lifestyle too. You know,
Good Sunday evening, everybody. We got
Howdy,
Daryl up on
howdy.
the panel here. We got Cajun up on the panel. Ain't got nobody in chat yet. Says two's watching, so I don't know who the two are, but thank you for watching.
Me?
Um, yeah, I'm supposed to be watching, but so, hey, there's Ben's workshop. How you
Hey,
doing, Ben?
Ben.
Thank you.
hey Ben,
But yeah, it was a little soggy earlier today. It's the sun came out, but everything's still wet. Um, if my camera starts glitching tonight, let me know because I did order a new webcam today, so hopefully that'll take care of the glitching issue.
Hey,
Hey Thomas,
Thomas.
how you doing? But I also did switch USB ports too, so um, I don't know if it was the USB divider expander whatever thing was going or what, but we're gonna try some different stuff. So
you're talking about a USB port hub.
yeah,
Yeah, you plug it into your laptop or your desktop, and you got
uh-huh.
4, 5, 6, 7 on one on the other end.
Yeah. This one has three, or I'm sorry, four. Plus it also has the video card readers. So
I've seen those. Those are nice.
yeah. Well, when I got my new desktop computer, it didn't have any way to read my cards, so I had to get something, and this one just happened to have the extra ports. So
Right. There's
hi
one right
Tommy.
here.
Hey, Tommy.
It's just a card reader. It's not
Yeah.
anything else. It's a 512 gig. I mean, it's capable of reading a 500 gig card, and it's USB. Just plugs into your computer and put your little micro SD card in there, storage card, and it'll read it. The computer will read it, or you could put an empty card in it, and you have a bunch of info on your card. Tommy, how you doing? Thomas,
Yeah. This hub thing here will do both the well, it actually do all three cards: the big cards, the medium ones, and the micro SD cards.
right?
And like I said, it has the three or four ports on it. But um, I don't know if that was possibly the reason it was going. My camera was going through that. It started glitching or what, but we'll find out. The last couple live streams I've been on, it's had a little flicker to it every once in a while. So, hi Rail, how you doing,
Hey,
buddy? Thank
Hale.
you for stopping in. But
Hey, real.
oh, the new webcam I ordered actually has Zoom and all kinds of stuff on it. So,
Right. I forget what we were doing. I know we had house guests. We were doing something else. I didn't go live Sunday, and I think I caught. And I was even late for Seal at 8 o'clock. You know, he goes on late, and I was late for him. I forgot what we was doing, but I missed it last, so I didn't see any camera glitch. Hey, Bocce.
Hey, Butchie and Mike.
Hey, Mike.
hello, Miss Pachi. Thank you for stopping in, dear. I know you got
I,
a lot
I
going on
run
with the girls.
I run my camera through a 7 port hub. It's got 7 USB plug-ins. That's it. Just USB, no card reader. And that was one that gave me trouble a while back. Every time I'd move my laptop so Johnny could see the screen, it would knock my camera down and give me troubles. Well, it was the USB plug that plugged into the laptop, Type A. It was real loose. So I took an old, I think it was charge card it was white. So it might have been for iPhone. But I cut the iPhone end off, and I just wired that into my USB hub, that port. And it worked perfect after that. It fit just right in the laptop.
Well, we had Jeff for a minute.
Yeah, it was there. Looked like he might have been home too.
Yeah, he was home.
We're home.
Hey, Tommy, Mike, Hodge, how you doing? Thank you guys for stopping in. Mater, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in. Mater, did you get that other push mower then? Did the engine swap? He was looking for. He found another push mower on Marketplace yesterday to swap in. There's Ken. How you doing, Ken?
Okay.
Hey, Ken.
How's the pontoon coming, Ken?
I've been working on it since 3:45 this morning.
Nice. Is it ready for the water?
It's ready to get the trailer weighed to get plates for it. I put pontoon bumps up top. Did that. Console on the pontoon today. Ran new steering cable back. Got the lights wired just up at the, not in the console, but up front and run back, tied up. So
Pontoon boat.
yeah,
Party boat.
redoing a 24 footer.
That way you ain't got to rent them.
Trailer weight. What's that?
That way you don't have to rent them. You don't have to rent one like that.
Hopefully get
Spend $10 a gallon of gas.
haul it down to Atwood tomorrow and drop it off there to get the motor put on.
Oh, you got another different motor?
Yeah, I bought a brand new Yamaha 99.
Oh.
Four stroke.
Oh, the last we talked to you were considering not buying a brand new one this year.
What's that?
I said last time we talked, you were considering not buying a new one this year.
Well, if I don't buy one, then it'll sit all winter and not be used any yet this year. I bit the bullet.
Okay. I understand that.
On this pontoon trailer, there is no place to mount a license plate.
To mount a what?
You hear?
No.
On this pontoon trailer,
Yeah.
there's no place to mount a license plate.
Guess you have to put one on it.
Yeah, put
No,
a
I drilled a couple holes. I drilled a couple holes way up in. Stadia
There
have
you
to
go.
get under the boats, the license plate.
attach it to the back of the pontoon on the quarter board. You don't need it on the trailer if the pontoon's in the water.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam, how you doing,
Measured
buddy?
for
Thank
my
you for
drop
stopping in.
pitch.
How much of a drop do you need?
What's that?
So how much of a drop do you need?
Maximum of 8 inches.
Okay. I said the old one I got 10 inches, I think. What's in my blue truck?
I want to buy the 2.5 inch receiver.
Yeah, that's right. You got the big receiver on yours, so you got the big truck. Oh, cool. Mater's got a job interview tomorrow, so awesome. Hopefully it goes well for you, Mater.
Go.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Wayne, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
You okay?
I didn't do anything out in the garage today, or even outside. I stayed in the house. I cleaned. I cooked. I did laundry. I actually ordered a new set of cordless phones. Yes, I still have a landline. My old ones were at least 15 years old, and the batteries were just, every time you just take the headset off the charger, it would just die. So I decided it was time to break out and break down and buy a new set of new phones. So haven't got to try it out yet because I haven't got any telemarketer calls yet today. Yeah. Oh, they're usually every day from. They usually start about 10 o'clock in the morning and they stop about 7:30 at night. There's been times that I get home from work around 4:30, and I'll have 7-8 telemarketer calls by the time I go to bed at night. And that doesn't include the ones that leave voicemail. So
That 1-800 number to block them telemarketers still work on landline phones?
I went online and went on the do not call list, and then I tried to change everything up and block phone numbers and everything else, and even because I got my landline through my cable system, I even went on there and put a bunch of numbers in that from places that have been calling me, and they still call. They don't get blocked. Yeah, I've been getting ones for my Medicare Part B or final funeral expenses. So
Your student loans, dude. Yeah.
Well, you ought to be getting them AARP letters in the mail all the time now, Ed.
oh yeah, I get those, but I can throw those right in the recycling bin. I don't have to deal with them.
Ken, what's 99 running over there up north?
Your firstborn child.
Firstborn.
4695 for the motor and 2500 install it.
How much to install it?
2500. That comes with the controllers, electric start, and electric tilt.
Oh, okay. Bare bones motor, just a regular tiller handle, nothing steer,
4695.
is 18 down here, which what we could get it for through the shop.
How much?
18. That's through the shop. That's with the shop discount. We're not a Yamaha dealer, just a Johnson and Evinrude dealer.
Hey, dancing.
Johnny still has the Evinrude dealership, so.
Buy a truckload and bring them up here and make a killing.
$700 a piece. Yeah, probably so.
Yamaha, a good motor. I never had one.
Yeah, Yamaha's a damn good motor. Damn good outboard. Yeah, Evinrude too. Damn good outboard.
Well, it was between Mercury and Yamaha. And they said the Yamaha.
I like all brands. I do. Mercury, the 40 and 50 horse, two-stroke. I'm a sucker for. I love them. Those are proven engines in the Chapel Basin. Okay. That's the 20 to 25 mile, 250 mile long swamp. Okay. You break down in there, if you're on a main river in there or main bayou, yeah, somebody will come around eventually. Stay in the winter, the hunters and stuff, morning and evening, yeah, you'll get a boat pass by you. But if you in one of them little lonely bayous down there, inside crawfishing, nobody goes inside. Or Yamaha, damn good motor for what you want. You said it was a 20-footer?
24-foot pontoon. They said the Yamaha has more pushing power on the small ones than the Mercury would. On the four-stroke.
For torque pushing, I would agree with that. It just depends on what prop you put on there, too. You know, since they putting the engine on, they're gonna rate the prop. They're gonna put the right prop on it to get the best efficiency out. You're not gonna plane out with the. You're not gonna break
Not
the
any-
speed records. We all know
When
that.
you get up on one, it'll always be planed out to 99.
Yeah, you know, but you always level. You'll get what 3 or 4 miles an hour with that. You know, that's what I would say.
I had the fast boats. I had the fast boats before. They cut too much in gas.
Yeah. We worked on a 90 horse that was on a pontoon. It was like a 26 footer. It was a store brand, Sunshine or something like that. Party board had the top on it. I think with 6 people on it, it cruised real good. But 90 horse, that's pretty good on gas. Mostly you just put around anyway. Just get fast the way you want to go, and then cruise around after that. And then when you finish partying for the day, you just hurry up and get back to the land.
Yeah, my ski boat back in 2005 will cost me $100 a day to run.
Yeah, I remember y'all talking about one y'all rented a while back also. Cost y'all $10 of gas for a gallon at the marina to refill it.
That's why I got a 4-cycle. That's why I got a 4-cycle. You don't have to mix that shit. You can go right to the gas pump.
Right.
Jeff says, buy a rowboat, no gas.
Oh, yeah. Elbow grease.
Now, I'll let you all play with the boats. I have no desire to own a boat. I like them. I like going out on them and stuff, but I have no desire to own one. Too many other toys.
Well, boat stands will break out another 1,000. So I mean,
Yeah.
They are fun though. I give you that. But I was out in the garage yesterday, looking at that transaxle. I got to switch into Plan B, and that oil seal on the axle that I put in last year, I think it was. It's popped out again. So if it's still in good condition, I'm going to buy some retaining compound tomorrow, and I'm gonna lock it in there. She'll get locked in. But I think when they machined the end of the axle tube to accept that seal, I think they went a little bit too big, because there's no other seal available that'll fit that. That's the only seal that I can find. I went to 3 different places. I went to my local Napa, I went to BDI, and I went to what's the other place? I can't remember what the other place is we deal with at work. And all 3 of them said that is the only seal with those interior and outside dimensions that's offered. So, like I said,
Have you tried Motion Industries?
Yeah, that's the other one I tried. That's the other place we deal with work. Motion Industries, BDI,
Thought you meant them.
Bearings Direct, and my local Napa. Hey, Flat Top Hank, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in.
hey, flat top, Hank.
Hey, Flat Top. Hey, dancing.
So did you mess any with the old engine, Ken, or just nope?
Nope. I'll sell to some sucker.
There you go.
Wait
What's
a
wrong
minute.
with it?
Wait a minute, Ed. You said you were gonna start. You wanted to start working on boat motors. There's your one right there.
No, I did not say I wanted to start working on boat motors.
You wanted to learn how to work on boat motors. There's your one right there.
No.
Your brother give you a discount.
Outboards are fairly easy to work on. The trick is the hardest part of an outboard is to get the timing advance perfectly synchronized with your carburetor. Then you have to have your carburetors perfectly tuned to each other also. And then sync those with your timing advance. When you give it a gas, you always see that round trigger underneath your flywheel moving like that. That's your spark advance. Timing advance.
Amazon's a
Motor
type
ran.
of
It just sat for 10 or 12 years.
What kind of
Ring.
outboard you used it with? What is it?
Mercury 9.
9.8?
Yeah.
Oh, I love those. Those were sweet motors.
put on there, ran when parked.
Beat herself up.
That Daryl's dog is part goat, I believe.
And what?
Yeah, that thing climbs anywhere.
Yeah, she's
All
she
over
gets,
down.
and she gets so doggone mad whenever I'm sitting here talking on like on a stream or something or else. She will get plumb aggravated. So
She wants all that too.
yeah,
That's right. You're not giving her the
Well,
attention she
they pay
deserves.
her a second time at the vet because they she's gained so much weight, gotten so big.
Hey, Delisa.
Hey, Gagan.
That's because she's eating everything that Daryl can't.
that's it. Yeah,
She's a freaking horse.
I mean, she has 2 pounds and 8 ounces when we got her, and now she's over 30 pounds. I mean, she's a daggum pig.
She's got 13 breeds there though.
Bocce hit it right on the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Motor boating. So yeah.
No, he did say the other week he'd like to find him old junk motor so he could start learn how to work on the carburetors and stuff.
No. No, I got enough projects going. I was gonna load that Sand Pro thing up today on the trailer and take it back, but they're calling for rain and stuff overnight, and I don't want it sitting out in the rain after I work on it. So I wait till tomorrow night. If they're not calling for rain overnight, then I'll throw it on the trailer tomorrow night, take it back to them, and tell them I want my money. So, and I'm done with working on them for a while. I'll tell them I need a break. I need to get that transaxle switched in my tractor and everything, and I need the room in the shop to do that. So that sand pride or sand rake thing takes up a lot of room.
There goes that $50 you won.
Yep. Hopefully, if it all goes to plan, switching this transmission back, I'll go from third place to possibly second or first. But still, wait to see. I gotta see what gearing and stuff's in there. I know they're higher gears.
Hey, Breezy.
Hey, Breezy.
Hey, Breezy.
I think it'll work out a lot better having the transmission that's geared for that engine in it. So, but who knows? You know, we could go out and it'd be worse.
Don't, please don't.
And I was hoping to start building another engine here this fall for next year, but I think I'm gonna put that off, and I think I'm gonna get out my old. I've been wanting to get my old 20 horse well, 16 to 20 horse tractor back out, my stock class one, and see if we can do anything with that. But I don't know. It's all up in the air.
I wish we'd get some rain down here. Man, these 100+ temps are killing us.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's 32 degrees Celsius in my house right now. I'm looking at my soldering iron station, and it's got a temperature sensor in it, and it's off. You know, it's in sleep mode, soldering station, but the temperature sensor is showing 31 Celsius, and that's like 91 or something, and that's in the house. Beats 101 from my side, though.
Well, I think I got my thermostat set at like 71 or 72, and that's probably close to what it is.
Cool, I wish.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff, get that thing started up, man. If you quit playing with them nurses, you'd have time to do it.
He's busy right now. He's got them them Filipino nurses coming in and checking him out every day and giving him a sponge baths, and
As I said, if he quit playing with the nurses, he would have time to. He'd have time to get that engine running.
Yeah, but I'm gonna call and request a nurse named Butch for Jeff next week.
Bubba.
Yeah.
No, her name is going to be Anita Man.
I need a man.
Anita, last name MANN.
Yeah.
There you go. But I guess the first thing I should do out in the shop is actually clean it up and put the tools and stuff away. But I kind of like the cluttered look. It's easier that way. I don't have to put shit away. Of course, I can't find
every
it.
job. You don't have to do that.
What's that?
You put them away after every job. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, I know. But usually I'm jumping from job to job to job, or have 2 or 3 things going at once.
Well, if I put all my tools up where they're supposed to be, I can't find nothing. If the load is scattered out, I can find them at least.
Well, I guess I need to take a few more vacation days and clean my shop.
When Missy says I'm gonna clean the table off, I'm like, I'll never find it. If I put it away, I'll find it. Sometimes I put it away too good, and I forget where it's at. But when Missy puts it away, stuff up, it's put up permanent.
A couple months ago, my daughter come in and cleaned my kitchen and dining room and stuff, and she cleaned off my island and my dining room table, and I had my clippers sitting on the table to remind me that I needed a haircut. That not like I really needed a reminder, but you know. And when I got home that day, didn't pay any attention. A couple days later, I'm like, yep, time to do the haircut. Could not find them. I've looked everywhere in this house for them things, and they are nowhere to be found. So currently 107 outside. So
Look in your bathroom pantry.
I looked in every cupboard and every drawer in that bathroom. It's not a real big bathroom, and I've looked in every place in the around the area that they were. So a lot of times she just likes to pick stuff up and put it in boxes, no matter what it is, mix of stuff. And I've gone through all that stuff and everything else, and she swears up and down she didn't throw them away because she would have remembered that. And I've already got a haircut there, Thomas. Ken and my sister-in-law there. I went over their house and they took care of me and actually gave me a nice set of used clippers, which are in a nice little box. They are put up away where I know where they're at, and I won't have my daughter put them away anymore. So and about every week or so, I use the Scotch-Brite foam pads for washing dishes. About every week or so, I throw the one I'm using away and get a new one, so it's nice and clean and stuff. And yeah, I had a nice big, like 10-pack under the sink. I'll be damned if they're all gone. She must have went through probably 6 of them, and I don't know if she took them with her or what, but yeah.
She used them all cleaning up.
She shouldn't have used more than 1 or 2. I know the one that was laying on the sink was a week old, but it's still in good shape. She could have used it to scrub the tables and counters and everything else with, and got a new one out to do the dishes, but so I had to resort to an old. I had brand new, they're just sponges. Them things don't clean dishes like the Scotch-Brites, scouring pad things do. I had to work my ass off to get my dishes done today.
Yeah, I like a Scotch-Brite. The one with the green on one side, yellow on the other side.
Yep. Hey, Willie, how you doing, buddy? It's okay, you're late, man. Oh, and Thomas is going to go talk to a customer about fixing a snowblower. It's a good time of the year to do it.
Yeah, now's the time. Hey, Willie.
Yep. I've actually got a guy that's supposed to be bringing me a snowblower to work on. I told him, I said, don't bring it too close to winter. I said, because everybody else does, and it won't get done until winter's already here. Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa, how you doing?
Hey, Lisa.
Oh, Lisa's kitty sitting. That's nice. But from what Bocce was telling me, she's cock sitting, or was cock sitting. A friend of theirs went out on vacation, and they have chickens. And there's a rooster that just loves her, and she loves it. They're like best friends. So I think lovingly she nicknamed him Bone Broth. Hey, Roadrunner, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in.
Beep, beep. Roadrunner.
Yeah.
71. Wow. It's cool everywhere up north.
She's out in California.
She's living that beach life.
That's right. She got that cool beach breeze.
Johnny and them went to Holly Beach, Johnson's Bayou, for the force. And they had a nice 15, 20 mile an hour breeze coming off the Gulf. And, hot but breezy. It's the heat's a little different right on the coast than 40 miles in, where we at. But late Saturday night, they had a huge squall come through, thunderstorm. And it cooled off a lot. In fact, he said it got downright cold because they had got wet also.
Well, my weather app says it's 75 here right now.
Oop.
Hey, Willie, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. We can't get the camera turned around.
Hey, Missy.
There's Malone and Miss Missy.
That was a spaghetti squash from last week. This was from this week.
Nice.
Spaghetti squash.
More cucumber and zucchini and 1 tomato, 1 pepper. Today. Now, one thing I've been working on, I showed you bits and pieces of it, was my one tractor I was putting the Wisconsin engine in.
Yeah.
I more or less have it finished at this point. Finally got myself some 26 12x12s for it. I don't know much about these Dyco, Titan, and what was the other brand? Another name that makes the same tire. But yeah, they're the same ones. But I got 5 of these rims and tires for like $250. They're dry rotted, but for $50 a piece, even if I got the rims, I was pretty happy with them.
Right. Yeah, for just general use around the yard and stuff, they're pretty decent tires. But for pulling, they don't.
I don't know how good these are going to be for pulling because they're really deep tread and they're really soft.
Well, they're
And
also, if
see
you
how
look
much
at
I
them
can
too,
bend that.
also too, if you look at them too, they're rounded. They're not flat. They're not flat across. So you're going to be digging more at the center and not get, putting a lot more stress on the center of the tire than the outs, clear across.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to run them like probably 5 psi, even get them where they are somewhat level. Here's my extra weight I had in the back. These things are like over like 35 pounds a piece. There's 2 of them. I got my weight to the back. I have my 1/2-inch thick steel by 3-inch, and then my 1.5-inch hole. There's 1 bolt in the center, and then there's 2 5/16 or 3/8 bolts holding that all in place. And then this bolt kind of keeps this from bending down. That's my 10-inch, and that's my 13-inch. Hoping the 10-inch will work good, and got my standard 5 away and 5, no more than 5 up, and 6-inch wheels.
All right.
And then that's my extra 50-pound weight that goes underneath the tractor. I got my scoop bucket on it for now. I've been using it here and there. I'm not sure how good it's going to do at the pull, but I imagine having that 30-pound flywheel, it should lug pretty good.
It should,
And the foot throttle and the hand throttle are working pretty good. I can use them independently. They don't interfere with each other.
That's nice.
Yep. I just wish I could put the foot throttle on and the plow at the same time, but I got to take that off if I put the plow on it because there's a rod that unlatches the pivot for the plow that goes there.
Oh, okay.
And if I do put the plow on, I have these 24 12x12s here with the weights and chains. They're also loaded. I wouldn't be surprised if these things weighed over 100 pounds a piece. I can't even lift them.
Nice.
Wow.
So that'll be good for. Maybe I can lift it. Yeah, I can lift it, but I'm not carrying it, so
Yeah.
I'm more than 100 pounds. So that'll be good for when we get in the winter. And the nice thing is I don't have to take those weights off to get at the bolts. I can leave them right on.
That's nice. That's a plus when for the wheel weights. Most of the ones I see are closed completely across, and you have to take them out to put the wheels on and off.
Same ones on these. As a matter of fact, I have the inside mount Simplicity weights in the back of this one plus those ones.
Nice.
So there's 2 pairs of weights on this one. I didn't load these ones. These aren't loaded. I also have the Simplicity fronts on that. So yeah. I was hoping to take this out July, but unfortunately got rained out.
Yeah.
That's per usual. I also made the rookie mistake of putting a 12-volt on here when it's a 6-volt system. So I was wondering, it's like, why is it not starting all of a sudden? Look at the volt rating on the coil, and it said 12. Oops.
Hey, yeah, that would definitely hamper the coil. Make the starter spin really nice, but the coil don't like it.
Yeah, it's a 6-volt starter on here. The whole system is 6-volt. I can figure out how to get in the camera setting again. Settings, camera.
What do you use that little front loader for? Moving stone and stuff?
Yeah, it works really good for doing moving stone. I have a stone driveway, so if I had potholes or if we have any wash piles, rain wash piles, I can move them around.
That the
I was curious if I couldn't get it into the garden, but because it's so low to the ground, the garden's up on a hill. It won't really go through the garden good. It tends to bottom out and knock over the little rock pile we have on the outside of the garden. It wouldn't really clear it, but if I do fill in any small holes, it's a little bit nicer than trying to use like the Jeep plow or the bulldozer or something. My brother has some heavy equipment. If we had any serious damage, I could use that. Actually got a nice like I don't even know how heavy it is. Probably 9,500 pound case bulldozer from the 60s. I think the blade was 8.5 or 9 feet wide, and it's a 5-way blade.
Nice.
That's something compared to like a D3, probably.
I don't know. He's the one with the heavy equipment license, not me, so I wouldn't know all that.
Yeah. Something that size. I'm thinking about a D3, maybe a little smaller.
Well, I've been watching some videos on guys that have made loader buckets for their Cub cadets, and a loader on a Cub is something I've wanted for years, and I may start acquiring materials to start building one. Every time I find one for sale, they want ridiculous.
Oh, this scoop bucket is, I think, right around $500 to buy them new, but you got to put them together. This one I bought already assembled. And if you get more than 80 pounds of material in that bucket, it's not the nicest thing to use. And then the latch mechanism for the dump is pivoting.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have it lifted up before you go to dump it, and then you lift it up after it's unlatched, then you got to play with the latch mechanism because then it won't line up just right.
Yeah.
So sometimes it'll be finicky with stuff like that, but for moving stone around, it's great. I'm sure mulch it would have no problems whatsoever. And when I was moving my mulch piles, my leaf mulch piles, it worked really nice.
I want something I can at least dump over the side of a trailer with and stuff.
They make some really nice Johnny buckets with those actuators.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're around $1,200 for a good one. Those actuators aren't cheap.
No. I was looking at some of the Johnny buckets and stuff like that. They don't go high enough for what I want. So I want something I can pull up to the side of the trailer and dump. And
you ever seen the guys that put the clamshells onto the dozer blades and then they'll put a winch setup so they get more lift? I've seen people have pretty good success with those.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those.
Having the winch setup gives you a little more free movement.
That's a picture a buddy of mine sent me a couple of years ago. I forget what it is, what brand that is, but it sure did come in handy quite a few times for him. He used that as a yard puller, pull stuff around. You can see the trailer on the back of it. Good size trailer.
The drivetrain looks familiar. It reminds me of Boland's.
Actually, it's a Cub Cadet.
Is it a Cub? I know they had foot pegs on Cubs.
Yep, that's an original narrow frame.
Yeah, that's why I'm not familiar with the originals that much.
Yep, but I can tell by the sides of the case there, the way it flares out there at the front. Yep,
I'm used to seeing the runner board stuff like the 100 series.
Yep.
I can't afford to look at them.
Exactly. Yep, those are nice tractors.
Yeah, I like my Craftsmans because they're cheap. I got one rolling chassis with the non-working actuator, but it had the electric lift on it. I had to take it apart, clean it out, and re-glue the magnets. It also came with the light indicator display. I mean, for $50 for a rolling chassis, I was ecstatic. Didn't have the hood, unfortunately. And then this one I got with the rear sleeve hitch, I think for $300. The engine was dead. It threw a rod out of the Kohler. It had a M18 Kohler on it. And someone put the wrong carburetor on there, so the governor linkage didn't hook up, and it popped the governor and then popped the rod.
Yep.
I sold the engine, I think, for $100, and it had the clutch and the carb and ignition on it, and I thought it was a fair price for the spare parts because I told him I had no idea if the block was going to be damaged or if the oil pump was any good. There's no way to test it.
Hi, Fix It or Strip It. How you doing tonight? Yeah, I've got a Cirrus that looks like the one that Nate has. It has a single cylinder 18 horse Tecumseh on it.
Was a little mini one?
No, his big tractor, his big garden tractor.
Oh, the SS Suburban.
Yeah,
the gold one. I think he had to get rid of that or something, or he gave it to a friend.
Yeah, mine's black and silver. Somebody painted it.
The black ones, I think, came in with a 20 horse option too.
Yeah. This, like I said, this is the 18 horse overhead Briggs. Or I'm sorry, overhead Tecumseh, and I was thinking about using that for my loader tractor. I could put.
Was it a single or a twin, or?
It's a single cylinder.
It's a lot of horsepower for a single.
Yep. But I could.
I've only ever seen 16s on Facebook. I haven't really noticed any 18s on Facebook. I'll bet you if I looked it up, I could probably find more information on it, but I never even knew they were a thing. Will they be like a K180 or something? Or not? I'm sorry, an HH 180 or something.
Yeah, it's an HH 180 or OH 180 because it's an overhead valve. And then I used to have a Boland's that had the OH 18 on it, and that's why I got that Sears, is to switch motors. But then I kind of lost interest in the Boland's, and
I'm in the middle of working on a bunch of engines. One of these days, I gotta get that 18 horse K361. I want to put that in my Alice Chalmers. That'd be fun. Then again, I got that. I got a new Simplicity to me for $200. It had the opposed twin Kohler engine in it, and it supposedly ran a year ago. The starter's stuck. You got to pull the engine out in order to fix the starter on those Simplicity frames.
Yes, you do.
I got it for $200, and it has the hydro lift with the hydrostack transmission. I got to look at that. I think I might swap out for all the stuff off my Alice Chalmers onto that Simplicity GTH 17. So I think that would be late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there.
Well,
it's not white; it's all orange.
My stock class puller has an opposed twin Briggs on it. It's a Montgomery Ward, which is a Gilson. It originally came with a 16 horse opposed Briggs on it, and that thing was a beast. So I found an 18 horse that needed rebuilt, so I rebuilt it and everything, and that's when I couldn't keep axles in it anymore. So.
Yeah, one easy thing with those 16s is you swap out the crank and then you shave a little off the pistons and maybe make some clearance in the cylinder, and you make a long rod Model 42 and they'll rev up pretty high.
Yep, but when I was breaking axles, we were pulling dead weight sled. We weren't pulling a transfer sled, but I would twist them.
Yeah, I remember, and you said it was always the one side. I remember.
Yep.
Pretty funny.
But hopefully with the transfer sled, which I pulled transfer sled with it a few times, and it did good and didn't break any axles. But I just, something new to play with,
If anything's gonna break any axles, it's gonna be this Wisconsin. I'm kind of halfway curious.
Well,
you should have seen the belt that came off this thing when I was using the plow on the side of the driveway here on the hill. I was pushing the stones up the hill. And rather than change gear from forward to reverse, I was just declutching and letting it coast backwards, and then let off the clutch, and then letting the belt grab to go back up instead of the brakes. And I took the belt off, and the belt tore and every 3 or 4 inches there was a halfway tear on one side of the belt from the stretch and the shock catching on that heavy engine and the weight of the tractor on it. I have never seen anything like it. Like usually a belt snaps. It's like stress cracked the belt all the way around from the sheer torque of the thing. And even when you dump the clutch on this thing, the tractor is 1,100 pounds, and then the engine doesn't even care.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about the Gilson frames is you can bolt a Cub Cadet gear drive transmission into them. They has all the holes drilled in the frame for it.
So the whole case bolts in? You don't have to re-drill or anything or change crank height or anything?
Nope. All you have to do is build a clutch throwout arm hanger, which is no big deal because I do that all the time. But for right now, I think I'm going to have a...
I thought Gilson was making like their own stuff.
Or
were they like an in-between like AMC where they were just sweeping the bins at the end of the day at factories?
I think they were sweeping the bins because the belt drive setup in it was the same as what my Cub 582 frame was. It had the Peerless axle in it with a right angle box, a little short belt, and that's how I know that the Cub Cadet rear end will bolt right in, because that setup, that Peerless will fit right in the Cub Cadet. So, we have an oldie but goodie up, guys. What up, Tampa?
Yeah.
We haven't
What's
seen
up,
Tampa in a while.
fellas?
Haven't seen
What's
you.
up, Tampa boy?
I can't see. I can't see all well on. We got Ed. What's up? What's up, guys? Twisted? No, Twisted. I mean, how y'all guys doing?
Pretty
I
good,
thought
man.
Brandon was up here
Good.
too. He's not up here, huh?
Who's that stranger?
Look at that guy, Mr. Briggs. What's up, bud? Guys, so I got to tell right now the coolest shit ever, dude. That's why I came up actually. So you guys, Ed, you guys do the color commands, right? That's
Yeah.
Like y'all did? Yeah. This thing's got an 18 color command on it.
Awesome.
It's what the hell is it called? It's not a Cushman, but it's a damn, I keep forgetting the name, but this thing is cool, dude. It's a little commercial utility, flatbed thing. It's right there.
Probably similar to what Ed has for his golf cart, because
Yeah.
he had a golf cart that had
So
It's
the motor looks alright on it. It looks intact. It's all there and stuff. It looks intact. It doesn't look like it's in bad shape, but I don't know nothing about those engines.
I remember seeing something like that. Someone was taking lawn engines and put them into basic frames, and they also made tractors. I know the guy at Brass Rack Garage had something similar with a Kohler engine in it, but it wasn't a Cushman. Who made it?
No, this is actually these are for these. They still make these vehicles. I got it's a net. I keep forgetting the damn name of it. I don't know why. There's a bunch of them. They're just you
It
can't find
wasn't
them because
built-in.
they're commercial and they don't come up for sale.
Right. Cushman made and
Dan Neff.
gosh, Cushman made like shop carts.
Dan Neff or whatever it's called.
They look like a golf cart, but they're more heavy duty made, and they come with 4-stroke engines in them, not the golf cart motors.
I heard from one guy if you can find some of those like 3-wheeled bikes, like those mail cars or something like that, they have really small, heavy-duty transmissions in them.
Yep.
I think they had a high-low or something like that, and then they had a regular 3-speed, and they can fit into a garden tractor frame.
Yep.
And you'd never kill them.
Yeah, those are nice little transmissions. But
unfortunately, there's a lot of rules in some Class 3. You have to have a factory drivetrain.
Yeah, commercially produced lawn and garden drivetrain. And they're doing that with a lot of the engines now too, because some of the engines, some of the Kohler engines, were only made for industrial, not lawn and garden.
That's actually where I got a little bit of a loophole with the Wisconsin engine. I was even bugging a guy. It's like, boy, I really wish this came in a small lawn equipment application. There was this Wisconsin V twin, all cast iron flathead. It was rated like 35 horsepower, but unfortunately, it was an industrial engine. It was never used in any lawn equipment. But these Wisconsin 2-cylinders were used in those Yazoo mowers, so it is quote unquote lawn equipment.
Wisconsin makes a great engine.
Commercial lawn equipment, yeah.
No, it wasn't commercial. It was more or less consumer. I mean, it was still lawn equipment. It wasn't like it was a big golf course thing. It was a zero turn.
I know
Yazoo, as far as anyone else is concerned.
I know the schoolhouses, the schools used to use Yazoo equipment, cut all their grass around schools. And down here, there's a lot of property that schools are on. It's like the school is, okay, hypothetically, just say 100,000 square feet. The school takes up 2 acres on 30 acres, put it that way. So it takes a lot of, some heavy-duty lawn equipment to cut all that grass.
Jeff said the Wisconsin V4s are way too heavy. They are a heavy motor.
Oh my goodness.
Even
I only have like
100
pounds of add-ons on this tractor from the stock frame, plus the engine, and I was at 1050.
Wow.
I had to find ways of taking weight off. I actually had to take the big battery out and put a small trailer battery in it to cut 23 pounds off. I also had to take the pulley off the front of the engine that I had like a little reflective sticker on to get a tack on it.
Yep.
I had to take that pulley off because that was an extra 3 pounds. And I had to take all the plow hardware and the lift handle off, which was another 15 pounds.
I know where you're coming from because I have a hard time getting into our weight classes just with, me being such a big guy.
I'm not overly heavy, and the Craftsmans are light to begin with. The transmission in this is aluminum.
This thing's called a Zan Neff. what it is.
Never heard of them.
I couldn't think of the hell the name was.
Me neither.
Dan Neff. 2 words. It looks just like a Cushman though, and it operates just like a Cushman.
Yeah, there's some new companies out there making golf carts that are strictly for, like, you know, 4-seaters, and they're not used on golf cart courses, but
Well, no, this is commercial. This thing is commercial grade. This is like a.
Yeah, if you want to talk about a good budget golf cart that could go like anywhere, those Hysons were looking pretty good for the price. They're like a medium-sized golf cart. You could do them on the yard or off-road. I looked at a place that was selling them, and they had some pretty good giddy-up, and they had a couple different options for sizes.
The way it works is the gearbox on the axle moves, you know, with the transmission and the belt, and the engine moves, you know, parallel together. So that's when it's running, it literally moves fucking 8 inches, you know, apart from when it gets up to top speed, like a Cushman. That's I think, dude, that's the design of them is insane the way it works. You know, Ed would probably know. I'm sure he's seen them. But it's crazy. Like the whole thing. I don't know how it's got like 8 shocks on the back of it for the rear suspension part of it. It's insane, dude. Like I'll do a walk out of it when I come home and stuff. I've been trying to buy it for years. I got this one.
I'm sure out down in Florida. Well, I'm up in PA. In Florida, I'm sure those Cushmans get used a lot because I've seen a lot of people drive golf carts and stuff on all the sand back roads.
Well, this was actually came from Disney in the tunnels of Disney from laundry. But the thing is, Disney doesn't sell their stuff. You don't get them. They don't leave because they are commercial grade, and you can't. It's crazy. That badge on this thing alone is worth money just because of the commercial grade badge on it. That's why they kind of hold on to them. They just got the machine that keeps badges. Because it's like.
Is there a lot of Cushmans there, or are they just hard to find, or people just don't get rid of them?
They're really rare because they don't sell them. You know, they last so long that they don't get rid of them. You know, and they're commercial, so it's a liability for them to get rid of them. You know, so it literally costs money. They don't come up for sale. I don't know how this guy got it. I really don't, because I was trying to go for Disney. I've been working at Disney for 20 years. I ain't been. So I don't know how he got it, but I'm glad he did.
Yeah, my
they have a Cushman club down here. People that collect them, they come from all over the place, all over the country.
They were both
to this.
Busted, not running, and one was $5,000 and one was 10. Like, the 2 I found, it was crazy. So they're not around.
That's where I lucked into my Cushman cart. The only bad part of
parts for that motor. Or can you rebuild that motor for me by that flag? Get parts for Close Command 18.
The only drawback about my Cushman, the transaxle in it, I can't get parts for it. Cushman has no record of it. It's made by Comet. It's a Comet rear end. They have no record or parts availability for them.
I'm talking about the engine.
So.
The whole gearbox is fresh. I need the engine. The engine has been sitting open for a long time. I drive just freshening it up. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Or do they still even sell that motor?
Oh, got your noise reduction off there, Tampa?
What that? What?
They don't.
Your noise reduction.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. How do you do that?
No, they don't sell the Cushman commands anymore, but the parts are still available for them. So they're getting to be a lot more expensive for the parts, but you can't. There's no.
I'm gonna get going. I'll catch you guys later. I'm finishing up some stuff. Starting to get back out.
All right, take it easy, Willie.
Bye, Willie. You got wax in your left ear, Tampa.
Hey, Tyler, how you doing, buddy?
You got wax in your left ear.
This loud ass fucking Dodge with 400,000 miles on it. It just makes so much noise. I can't hear nothing. Ridiculous. And my phone is not working right. I mean, all kinds of like feedback and stuff on my phone.
It's because you ain't got the noise cancellation on.
I don't know how to do that. You know me, bro. I don't know.
It's in settings. You just go to settings. It's right there.
That's for the mic. That's for his microphone, not him hearing.
Yeah, he sounds far away.
So, all right, guys.
Where can you order custom belts at, by the way, before I forget? That's why I was asking.
I don't know.
The belt store.
What's
I
it called?
The belt store. We got 3 of them over here. One in Lake Charles, one in Lafayette, one in Baton Rouge.
Okay. John Deere discontinued the belt on my F525 zero turn, the mower deck belt.
Wow. That quick. Huh. Oh,
It's
John Deere
23 years
belts.
old.
Oh, John Deere belts. You got to watch out. You can't buy just any belt for John Deere. They have a certain bevel, certain angle on them.
All right. It's been an hour, guys. We're going to shut this down. Appreciate everybody coming in and saying hi and hanging out. We'll catch you all next Saturday night on Daryl's, 7 p.m. And then Kate, we'll catch you on yours. And then appreciate everybody coming in, and we'll hope you all have a good evening.
Come on, everybody.
All right, everybody.
Good
As
seeing you
always,
guys. Y'all soon.
love, peace, and crackling grease.
Later, bud.
Catch y'all later. Blue top.